Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. To my left I've got Matt.
Good morning, Dan.
How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Moved last week, so I got a change of background and just recovering from that. So it's been a tough week. Forest were a tough watch as well this week, but hopefully back to better things at the weekend with a bit of luck.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it has been a bit of a whirlwind week with the Bournemouth game being called off then. Obviously going to Preston thinking, oh, we hadn't had a game for 10 days, should be fresh, but it ended up 0-0, which a lot of fans felt really frustrated, but a lot of fans are saying, good point away from home with a clean sheet.
Well, I think it's a good point, but in a way, and certainly in the circumstances, because I think we weren't very good and we were lucky to get it, but it was a strange performance. It seemed to me very, very flat. The first 10 minutes were excellent, but it looked like it was the third game in a busy week, didn't it, really?
Oh,
Which
it
was
did
kind of
actually.
inexplicable. It's the classic thing, which you always say, it mustn't happen. But as soon as we get into the top six, watching distance, we always start faltering. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, the manager, whatever year, all the players are different. We always seem to, I don't know, it must be a way of expectation or on the verge of doing something that we always seem to struggle a little bit as soon as we get within touching distance.
Yeah. Do you think it's the pressure of obviously of trying to get into that playoffs, of that expectation of winning, or do you think it's that, or is it just because of something else?
I don't know. I think Forest generally struggle. I mean, maybe it's every club's the same, but I think we'd struggle with midweek games without big crowds and things like this. I think we do a lot better on a Saturday when there's a big crowd, obviously at home or even away, though, with a big crowd, a big game. We suffer with the sort of little games that we should win. It's probably par for the course for every club, and it's just that it's your club. You always think the same thing. But it was weird. It wasn't so much. It just looked like they'd missed out on the playoffs and they're all fed up and they were just going through the motions, didn't they? And there weren't any sort of positive subs and everything. So I was a bit surprised because it's not like Cooper to do that. I thought 60th minute, even though we were struggling, I could see Cook being taken off and, a striker being added, Surridge or something like that. To sort of switch things up and give us a better chance of winning. And the irony is we probably could and should have won at the end after that Spence run. If that had happened, it would all be forgotten in a way, wouldn't it? It would be a masterstroke again.
Yeah, I mean, I was questioning quite a few times on the watch-on saying that why we're not made a sub. It's not that truthful. It's like, I mean, I don't know if it's just because of, I don't know, it's really, really weird, and trying to put a finger on it, it's very weird.
It seemed like he was really happy to get a point. But his interview afterwards sort of half backed that up. He was quite happy about it. I personally thought the performance was really poor apart from the first 10 minutes. They just all looked out of sorts, didn't they, really? And I in my head imagined him going in at half time and saying that was rubbish. You go out there and sort it out like was it Sabri did with the Chelsea team where he said you're all on, you've made this mess, you fix it, sort of thing. That was the kind of vibe I got. Cooper was almost sulking, I felt, which is kind of silly. My view is always every single minute, every single game is equally important. And if you get the last 10 minutes, the last game of the season, you need to score a goal, he's going to throw it, a kitchen sink at it. Just the same as when we needed to score a goal against Stoke with Sabri. And then it's all like, oh, let's attack. It's like, no, too late now. You're trying to win the game in like 2 minutes. You should have spent 90 minutes trying to win the game and then you might have done it. You've got to back yourself. If you're no good, you're going to lose, you're going to get relegated, but go out on your shield. Don't try and, rob the game off someone. Okay, if you're playing Fulham away, you don't go gung-ho, everyone up front. Sort of your game, your match plan to win the game is to keep it tight and, and then make some subs and try and or whatever it is. But you have a plan to win the game every time. It doesn't always work, but you're going to need the points just the same whenever you get them, aren't you? It's not like, they don't expire till the following season. So get as many as you can along the way.
Definitely. Do agree with that. Weird one. I do actually agree with you. I did actually sort of say like, did Friday have that impact on them, thinking, oh, our game got called off Friday, so tonight we're not going to play well, or something didn't.
It was weird, wasn't it? It was the whole team though. They, normally you might get the odd player, but it was just a really funny performance. It wasn't like they all played and they did okay. They weren't absolutely awful, but it wasn't inspiring. You didn't feel like, well, they gave it a go and that's all they got. It seemed like they were just flat. I just don't know why, because they should have felt like we can win this. In the first 10 minutes, I was rubbing my hands thinking this is going to be easy. We're going to score a few goals tonight. It's going to be an entertaining game. The first 10 minutes, we were all over them, weren't we? Doing all kinds of crazy things. I was amazed we hadn't scored in the first. You were saying, how have we quickly clear-cut chances? But, doorbell, Amazon. Let's shoot and come back. Say, give us a job back.
Yeah. One more chance.
No, being philosophical, we've got to be, you kind of got to be happy. Okay, we're down to 10th. It's all very tight up there. It always was, really. Let a couple of points that we maybe should have got, not played a game. Just keep calm, carry on, make sure you win on Saturday to start things off again and carry on from there. But every game's a cup final now. It really is.
It is. I mean, we got Bristol City on Saturday, and they managed by Nigel Pearson. I mean, they had that sort of season which only Nigel Pearson wouldn't have expected, because he would have got them really going. But I mean, that start of the season they had weren't far mirroring from us with their own form. I mean, we beat them in that probably the craziest 60 seconds I've ever seen from Forest. When Taylor scored 3 goals there. I mean, we're going to set this game thinking we need to get going again in front of this home crowd.
Yeah, we definitely need to get the ball going, and we should do. It shouldn't be that much of a challenging game, but we've put the pressure back on ourselves, haven't we? Well, partly by our own actions, but also by that game being cancelled. Maybe, I mean, in some respects, you'd almost rather have played it, lost it, and got more clarity out of it. They might have done better in the following game, but it is what it is. We've got that one now. It's going to be right at the end of the season. So, but yeah, we definitely got to start putting some points on the board, else we are going to be mid-table more than top 6. Because start seeing fans already saying we're not out of it completely, as if it's all over after one away draw, and it kind of isn't. It isn't at all, but it doesn't help. Every single point we drop now is like a dagger in the heart sort of thing, and we've just got to be confident and go for them all, haven't we?
Definitely. I do agree with that. I mean, it's not far off. I think we only like 3 points, 4 points off top 6. I mean, if we win 3 games, we could be in the top 6.
Well, all the results went badly, didn't they? On Wednesday for us, really. But teams are playing each other, so they kind of went badly for us. But we don't know the following week when you have the reverse kind of fixtures, not literally the same teams, but it might go the other way around. You don't know what you want. You don't know whether you want 3 or 4 teams to sail away with it and beat everyone else, whether you want them all to beat each other and make it all, really tight finish, and we just dip over the line. At this stage, we don't know who we want to win and who we want to lose. The team's in 3-4, and you think, well, QPR have got to go down. Luton can't keep winning, but they do. And maybe Luton are winning, getting all their points now. They're going to blow up as soon as they get near the top 6. Well, they're already near the top 6. Maybe they're going to blow up the next 2 or 3 games and we're going to sail through. I don't know. That's what makes it interesting, isn't it? But it's very tough up there.
It is, and I know quite a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is poor championship season," but if we look at the playoff race, it's obviously it's not because you probably can go down as far as 15th, where 3 or 4 wins can get into that playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, you're going to have to overtake too many teams. I think we're in it. There's a bit of a gap. I can't see anyone below us getting in it, really. I mean, it's amazing the 10th is still live. I think it's a poor season, really, as in terms of the quality. The fact that we could have had our worst start forever and could end up in the top 6 is incredible. It's kind of what the championship is. But there's a lot of half the teams are pretty good and half the teams aren't that good, basically, and that's it. And Fulham are very good, and that's it, really. Like Blackburn without Brereton now, going to probably struggle, aren't they? You can see them dropping out of the top 6, perhaps.
Yeah, that's the thing, and it's quite nice to see it. It will make it more exciting, especially for fans in the championship for them clubs, maybe, but for the neutral, will make it more exciting.
Well, it is interesting, isn't it? I mean, you'd love to be Fulham and top of the league and all, it's all done and dusted by now. But in a way, it's boring. There's no fun in that. It's not worth winning if it doesn't mean anything. But they've been too good this year, and the rest of us are, a load of tramps fighting over a bag of chips, aren't we, at the moment? But it's a very, very valuable bag of chips. So let's hope that we come out of it on top. But someone's going to come through, and it will probably be the team that comes through between 7 and 10 or whatever it is the one that has a best fist of winning the playoffs as well.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be all doom and gloom. You've just got to be positive and just go out there and win the games. Yeah. There's no reason why not. But the last game, it really didn't work, did it? The fullbacks didn't really function. The midfield was kind of all right, but isn't going to create much. And up front, I don't think Garner had a good game at all. And the forwards were too isolated, weren't they? Johnson and Davis didn't get anywhere near enough of the ball. Johnson had a not a very good night when he did get it, and Davis just didn't get enough of it and had less and less as the game went on, which is not what you expect, really. So, like I say, it was just a bit baffling. It's just, I guess, just hopefully it's behind us, and hopefully they all feel bad about it. Which I was kind of surprised, because I thought it was going to be a lot more negative reaction from Cooper, and kind of like they need a big kick up the backside. But he's no fool; he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. How do you feel about Bristol City on Saturday?
I think it's a vital, must-win game, really, isn't it? It really is. I think we can win it, don't you?
Yeah, I think we can win them. I mean, it's not exactly a exciting Bristol City team.
It's not a walkover. We're not going to turn up and win 3-0 without doing anything. We're going to have to do something. But hopefully, it's going to be a big crowd. And, hopefully the weather's all right and we do the business. But, yeah, I'm confident. I'm quite confident we will win. We need to. And that's when we tend to do better. And there's all the cliches about the cup distracting you and all this kind of stuff. But they've got to be serious now about the league. And surely it can't be distracting. That's the big prize, promotion. So, I'm confident they can get a win. Hopefully something like 2-0 without too much stress involved, a goal in each half or something.
Yeah. Would you change anything for Saturday in terms of the lineup? I mean, bringing back in, obviously, he'll be more fresh than out. But would you change anything bar probably since?
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Because Zink, you would think would come back in. I would probably bring in Zink for Garner, because I think, personally, I think it's too many negative midfielders, really, because Garner's not, he could be the defensive one out of the three. And Cooper's kind of dodging having to make that choice between the three of them, because he obviously doesn't really want to. But after the last game, I'll give Garner a rest, give Zink a go. He hasn't been playing particularly well, but, he'll be incentivised. And then I think that's probably it, don't you think? I don't think I've changed much. You haven't got that many choices, but it's nice to see Lolly appearing on the bench, and Sturridge is a good addition. So you like to see them get a bit of a game. So we've got better options now, haven't we? The old Myton's back as well.
Yeah, it gives them, it will enable us to play different formations as well, which is quite nice. Even though we know that Stevie Cooper will do anyway, because he will
mix things up.
Yeah, so it'd be nice if we know that Martin there, Lolly there, obviously Johnson can play at right, Tim can play wide, so we can change it about if we really need to now, which is more of an option than we did have 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, and we've done well without Grabham, which normally you think, God, we're absolutely stuffed without him. But we filled the gap fairly well. The thing that's been surprising is new signings, really, which we spent a fair bit of money on, haven't looked like they're going to get a look in, have they? And you can't really see them getting a look in, whether it's a Ada or what's it called, old Larea.
Larea. Panzo played for 123s in the week as well.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, he's more understandable in a way because you're not going to mess about with the defence too much, and we've got so many defenders in there. But the attacking options, it's surprising, really. They don't seem like they're going to do anything all season, really. Unless things change dramatically and people get suspended and do funny things or something. But let's just hope we're back to normal Forest come the weekend. You reckon we're going to get promoted?
Yeah, JC, you reckon we get promoted?
Well, you wouldn't put money on it because you'd lose it since you put money on it. But I'd like to think we're going to make a guess of it, wouldn't you? If you were, what would you say the odds are, Dan?
Yeah, definitely. So my phone just got myself. It was Eaton's assistant wanting this job back.
No, I mean, if I was going to put, I think our odds. I think it's about a 1 in 4 chance. I think realistically, we have about a 1 in 4 chance because I think we're more than likely to be in the top 6. Then it's kind of anyone's. So it's not a given we're in the top 6. We probably will get in the top 6. It's kind of anyone's. I tend to favour ourselves, but we don't know who we're up against. So I'd say about 25-30% odds of us getting up is probably fair. That's how confident I am. But next season, I'd say it's a 50% chance already. So
Yeah.
I don't think we have to, get too panicky. I feel like next season's our season, probably, if this one isn't.
Yeah, we always said it every time we talk. Like, if we don't go up this season, we'll have more of a chance next season because people would have. Well, you had January already, you had summer, and he can literally implement more what he wants. I mean, he already has already, but he can have a lot more time to bed in what he wants.
I think he's proven that he can overcome obstacles, whether it's when he's had Grabham and stuff like this miss out and we've had bad form, he's able to adapt and he almost improves things when he's given problems to solve, I think, which is a positive thing. I mean, the danger is, of course, we're relying on a lot of lone players. And when you lose potentially both fullbacks, one of your main midfielders, your most impressive forward at the moment and stuff like this, it's not easy, is it? But you don't know what you're going to get. So, but if we knew we had capable people in those positions, I'm quite confident Cooper will do all right. But that's always the gamble, isn't it?
Yeah, and I feel like that partly what he done in January, thinking he probably bought Sojin thinking he don't replace Davis. He probably bought in Lally thinking he don't replace Spence. He probably bought Anso thinking, Fitz done going somewhere anyway. I think he already started to implement next season.
They're all young they're all young players, and that's great as long as the manager stays around and everyone stays patient, and we don't expect to get promoted in a few weeks' time. We're looking at this season, perhaps next season, probably, or the season after that, definitely. If we stick with our hands, and that's what you need. You need patience, but It's always hard, though, isn't it? It's the eternal question: do you twist or stick?
Yeah, definitely. What's
But they're
scoreline?
making the right. Yeah, well, let's go for 2-0, like I intimated earlier. Let's stick with that. That seems reasonable, doesn't it? What about you?
I think a 2-0 or 2-1. I think with it being as a person side, I think it'll be tight. I think they'll put men behind the ball, but I think they are beatable.
And the other thing to mention from the midweek, best player on the night. Who's the best player on the night?
Hofarth.
Yeah, Hovarth. He played brilliantly, didn't he? I thought he was excellent. Very nervous, had a long time to think about it. A bit like when old Back played right back in place of Spence when he couldn't play. But he did really well. I thought he didn't put a foot wrong, did he?
No, he did really well, and that was some of the main positives that came out for me on the Tuesday. That Hofarth actually gets me thinking, oh, we might not keep a clean sheet. I hadn't played him 6 months, but he actually turned out to be one of the few positives that we picked up from Tuesday. That he commanded it well, sorted out well, and he kept a clean sheet.
It was funny. I saw people saying his distribution wasn't very good. I don't, I think Samba's got the best feet probably of any keeper I've ever seen play for Forest, probably. But he hasn't been very good recently, having said that. But God, the difference between him and Hovarth, if that's in the top 100 problems from Tuesday night, I'll be surprised. There were loads and loads of other things that were much more critical than him sort of doing a little bit of a negative sideways kick now and again sort of thing, I felt. And the referee, I tell you the thing I thought really didn't help us at all was the referee allowed them to be very physical, especially kind of grabbing and holding and stuff. Didn't give any yellow cards early on. Obviously, there was the penalty incident, which actually I thought was outside the box. Although, the body language said it was definitely a foul, but I think he fouled him outside the box. And I think that's why he did it. And he would have totally accepted a free kick right on the edge of the box. But, I think that's what happened. But no, the referee let all the holding go. And that didn't do us any favours at all, I didn't think. Which, it's always easy to complain about the ref, but it changed the momentum of the game, and it became a thing that they were just pushing forward all the time and sort of like they fouled Johnson all night, didn't they?
Yeah, it was non-stop with the pulling and tugging, and on another day the ref will be really picky on it, so it was just a bit.
Yeah, they did it so much, he kind of had to let it go. It became part of the game sort of thing. But anyway, let's put that behind us and move on, take the point, be philosophical about it and make sure we win the next ones. It kind of makes everything a little bit more clear. We are going to have to actually win all these games. So, hopefully Saturday is the first step along that road and we do start picking up these, 3 points.
Definitely. I do agree with that. So I'd like to say thank you for Matt for coming on.
Thanks, Dan.
It's great. Thanks for watching, guys, as per usual, and goodbye.